right, can everybody see me and hear me okay? All right, so we're going to go ahead and start reading. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that up. There you are. All right, give me a thumbs up if you can see our vowels. All right. So remember, whenever we're saying, yes, Mackenzie?
You can see it on the big screen.
Oh, yeah, you can. All right, so what we're going to do is, remember, we're going to repeat after Miss Fullington, but we're not unmuting ourselves. So if you unmute yourself, you're not listening. So my expectations are to have your ears on. You're watching Miss Fullington and you're listening to my instructions, okay? We're being respectful with the microphone button. So you need to make sure that you're on mute for right now because we are recording.
Yeah, on my iPad.
All right. So, guys, if you have any simple questions like using the restroom or having issues with your iPad, Mrs. Alschool is there to answer those questions, okay? So you don't need to ask Miss Fullington those questions, okay? So we're going to go ahead and start our reading. So make sure your microphone is on mute. Oh, Bella, did you have a question, sweetie, before we start?
Mute, because she ain't muted.
Do what, sweetie?
I'm telling Landon she ain't muted and she won't mute.
Landon's muted, sweetie. Thank you. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do our high frequency words. All right, so here's our vowels. Ready? A, E, I, O, U. All right, so here's our high frequency words. Body, color, dark, hard, hour. Remember, hour is in time. Large, part, started, warm, was. All right, so here is our spelling words. You ready? Make sure you're paying attention. Car, dark, card, star, park, yard, party, hard, smart, start. All right, so those are our vowels, high frequency words, and spelling words this week. Well, we'll be changing our spelling words and high frequency words towards the end of this week, because since we didn't have school last week because of the weather, we are taking our module test Thursday. And so how we'll be taking our module test, remember, we usually do it on our iPads, but we've had a lot of issues. Miss Fullington's talking to Miss Hunter and Miss Pelcher, or Miss Mickelson. And so what they're going to be doing is we're going to go into the computer lab to take our Eduphoria test. That way it's easier for you and there's no conflict with your iPad. So we won't be taking it on the iPad. We're going to try to take it in the computer lab this week, but it may not happen. We may have to take it on paper, but we'll see. But for right now, we plan to take it in the computer lab on Thursday, okay? And I'll let you know what time we will be taking that test in order to complete the reading test, okay, guys? I'm sure it'll probably be way easier to do it on our Eduphoria. Isabella Wigington, I need you to go ahead and close that, and you need to be listening to Mrs. Fullington. If you have anything in your hands need to be free and in your lap. That way you're not messing with your iPad and you don't have anything in your hands to distract you while we're doing our reading lesson. Those are my expectations. Also this week, Miss Fullington is going to have Miss Velasquez come into our class on Friday, and she will be watching how you'll be learning reading this week. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're on your best behavior because she may pop in anytime this week. So you want to make sure you're on your best behavior and you're prepared. Okay. Yes, Marissa?
I won't be here tomorrow.
You're not going to be here tomorrow?
No, because I go to my new school.
Oh, that's right. Are you excited?
Yeah.
I'm excited for you. You're going to have fun. All right. So, let's go ahead and start the rest of our reading lessons. Okay, so make sure you're on your best behavior. Remember, you shouldn't have an expo marker in your hands at all. Expo markers need to be put up in your desk or beside you and away from your hands, so there's no distraction. All right, so today we are wrapping up Module 6 because we are taking our Module 6 exam or test Thursday. Miss Fullington is going to have you wrap up Module 6 and do a fun activity. So this is for a grade, but we want to make sure we're paying attention because we're going to be learning some 3 vocabulary words that we learned at the very beginning of this unit. So I'm going to go ahead and share that with you. Let's see here. Stop. And then there we go. Here you, I believe it's this one. Oh, nope. That's our next poster. Let me see. We're looking for our power words. There we are. All right. Give me a thumbs up if you can see our word climate. So we'll be talking about these 3 vocabulary words again, and we can definitely relate to them, right? So Mackenzie, if you can't see it in front of you, look at the big screen, sweetie. Okay. That's why there's an alternative location where you can look at that, okay? All right, so our first one is climate. Everybody repeat after me, climate. So climate, if you see here, this is a type of climate, and it is a noun. It says climate is the normal weather of a place. It says my family lives in a city that has warm climate. Isabella Wigington, remember, we need to make sure we're on mute, okay? We have to hold our questions until the end of our reading lesson. So it says here, it says, what is climate like where we live? Well, actually, what did our climate look like last week? Does anybody remember what our climate looked like last week? Does anybody want to share what our climate looked like last week? Snow and ice. And climate means what? It was what? Really cold. So our climate was cold last week, but this week, our climate is what?
Warm.
Warm, maybe cool because we have to have a light jacket on, right? So it's the opposite of last week, right? All right, so everybody say precipitation. So precipitation is a noun. And precipitation is water that falls from the sky, such as rain, sleet, hail, and snow. We had 2 inches of precipitation when it rained last night, but we had probably 3 to 7 inches of precipitation of snow because it snowed last week. So that's something else that you could be talking about in our activity because you'll have an opportunity to be the weatherman in one activity, but then you have another activity that we'll be talking about that's kind of fun too. So you could be looking, because this is one of our challenge words, is precipitation. You have to use that in your weather report. All right, so everybody say our last power word, temperature. So temperature is a noun, And temperature is how hot or cold a place is. So we know we were probably in this where the 0 is to the 20 between there last week when it snowed. And then now we're in the 40s and 50s. And so it says here, the temperature was only 20 degrees today. So yesterday was a really pretty day. So yesterday it got to 73 degrees. That's the highest it got in temperature. So it says we can look at the thermometer to see the temperature. Doctors use a different type of thermometer to take our body temperature. So how many of y'all, give me a thumbs up or a peace sign, if you went to the doctor's office and they check your temperature just to make sure you're not running a fever and you're okay? Yeah. So doctors use a different type of thermometer to check our body temperature. Okay. All right. Marissa, did you have a comment or a question?
Yes, I have a question.
Yes.
When it was snowing, we had my brother's truck. Then we tied it to a bed. Then we sledded.
That's scary, isn't it? Isabella Wigington, did you have a question or a comment that you wanted to add that relates to these 3 vocabulary words? You have one? Okay. Oh, you built a snowman? Is that what you said? What does it say?
I built a snowman and my tablet is on 1%.
Okay, so when you're using the meat, you want to keep your iPad on a charger, sweetie. You keep your iPad on a charger. Don't take it off the charger. Go ahead and do that and then sit with a neighbor because I don't think it's going to have enough power to see the rest of the lesson, okay? Thank you for telling me that. All right, so these are our 3 power words. So what was our first one? Our first one was what? Climate. And then our second one was precipitation, right? And our third last power word is temperature. Good job. All right, so with these 3 power words, we have a knowledge map that we learned about the very first time that we introduced this unit or this module. And so I'm going to show you our poster for our knowledge map for today. All right, go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you can see our knowledge map. Good job. All right, so it is about weather. So our module 6 that we are wrapping up today is about weather. And Rolando, do you want to read the forecast cloud? What does the forecast cloud say? It's the blue one. So what are the words around it?
Precipitation, sleet, snow, rain, hail, storm, temperature, wind.
It is. And then extreme weather. Let's see, Rolanda, were you able to do that? Do you want to do it? So Rolanda, you can do extreme weather if you want to do that.
Thunderstorm, heat wave, tornado, blizzard, hurricane.
Good job. So those are some extreme weathers that we had. And yes, Texas had a blizzard last week, so we can relate to that one. A lot of us lost a lot of power and we were cold, or we had to get some water bottles or stay at a different house. So we have experienced that extreme weather with that blizzard. And then let's see, our last one is seasons. Who wants to read that one? Harlow, go ahead and read the seasons for me.
Summer, winter, spring, fall.
Good job. But yes, we do have these seasons and we do experience them. Right now, we are typically in the winter season. And so the next season would be spring, and it starts in March. That's why we have spring break, is we get a break in the spring, right, for a week at home, or we go on vacation. So these are the three main things that relates to weather. It's extreme weather, forecast, and seasons. And this is an important knowledge map right here. This map here is very important if you're going to do our seesaw activity. So I'm going to share that with you right now because we are ready to see our seesaw activity, which I think it's fun. This wrap up. I like the weather a lot, so this would be fun. So let me go ahead and share that with you. In seesaw, what you're going to be doing, give me a thumbs up if you can see our seesaw page. All right, so in seesaw, what you're going to be doing, it says Monday 2/22, let's wrap up. Choose one of the two activities and complete the chosen activity on the second page. So it's a blank page. So Ms. Wellington's going to go ahead and press sample student so that you get a little feel of what it looks like. So this is what it looks like on the first page. And it says, how does weather affect us? It says, pick one of these activities to show what they have learned about the topic. So here's the first activity that you can do. So the first activity is called My Favorite Weather. And that's, if you pick activity 1, you're going to put that right at the top. So I'm going to put, so if I pick activity 1, I'm going to put my favorite weather, because that's part of our text features, right? That's important. So I need to know which activity you choose. Or if you picked activity 2, it says 2, reporting the weather. So activity 1, let's see what it's about. So activity 1 says, what is your favorite kind of weather? Write your opinion. So that means you're going to write a sentence of what is your favorite weather. Use details from the text and from your own experience to explain what you like about it. So if you say, I like the fall, you need to tell me why you like the fall. You could say, I like the leaves that color, the change of colors. I like to go on pumpkin patches. If you like the winter, say, my favorite season is the winter, and because of the snow. And then you can draw a picture. You have to give me a reason why. Otherwise, Ms. Wellington will send it right back to you, and you have to do it over. Okay, so it says draw a picture to go with your writing. So make sure that you explain to me which type of weather you like. Do you like it when it rains? Do you like thunderstorms? Do you like when it snows? Do you like when it's fall or spring or summer? You need to give me a reason why you like that type of weather and tell me why. And then you can draw a picture. Now, the second activity, if you're going to pick the second activity, it's called reporting the weather. So if you pick number 2, you need to put it on top here, 2. And then I'm going to put reporting the weather. So that is the title for 2. Oh, give me just a second, guys. Alexa, stop timer. So reporting the weather says be a TV weather reporter. So this is your time. You could do a video recording of yourself. And so it says be a TV reporter. Choose one kind of weather to report about it. Use details from the text to describe what you see, hear, or feel. Use your voice and body to show what it is like reporting in that kind of weather. Word challenge. Can you use the word precipitation in your weather report? So in this case, you will use on the second page the video. I'm sure there's a video somewhere. Yep, there's a video. So you're going to click this little camera button right here, and you are going to act like you're the weather report. So you will be using your acting skills on this, and you'll say, oh, the weather today is 46 degrees. Here are some things that you may need for this weather. Or you can say, guys, it is 60 degrees and it is rainy, so you'll probably need an umbrella, right? Or some rain boots, so you can tell the people what they will need to be watching out for. So especially when it snows or it rains, drivers have to be very careful, right? So weather report is always being cautious and telling people and warning them about the weather. So this is your time to shine and record yourself in a video if you would like to do that. Okay, guys. All right, so you can do 1, which is drawing a picture of which weather you would like, or 2, you can act out the weather report. It is your decision to make to do 1 or 2. Don't do both. And you're going to use your the blank slide to decorate and to do your activity. Okay, guys? Give me a thumbs up or a peace sign if you understand what to do. All right, guys. If there's not any questions, remember to check that green check mark, and then I will see you tomorrow. Okay, guys? Bye.
Please practice.
Not on this one. I want to see what you can do on your own.
You muted.
Oh, can you hear me now?
You're muted.
Oh, make sure you turn your volume up.
We can't hear you.
Let's see.
We can't hear you.
Turn on your volume of your iPad.
We still can't hear you.
Isabel Wigginton, can you hear me? Can you tell the boys to turn their volume up on their iPad because they can't hear me?
Turn your volume up. But Miss Wellington, can we work with a partner?
Not on this one, sweetie. I want to see what you can do on the weather report or your picture because this is a grade.
I'm good on the motion, but I'm not good on the first page.
On the first activity?
No. Yeah. But I finished it.
Oh, you finished it? Okay. Just do your best, sweetie. That's all that matters, okay?
But
All right.
Wellington?
Yes.
We're gonna get a water slide maybe
Mm-hmm.
this birthday, but I'm gonna beg and give my mom the puppy eyes.
Oh.
And then to go to Urban Air for you could come. July the 29th.
The 29th. Okay.
19th or 9th? I'm gonna ask her, then I'm gonna write it on my hand.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. So now today I have only 3 chargers. That's the only they bring back. So we have a lot of trouble in charging the iPad.
Oh, they have brung their chargers back?
I have only 3 in the class.
Only 3. Okay. So we need to, I guess, make an announcement to make sure that kids bring their chargers back.
Yeah.
And then I will send a message through Remind and Seesaw to make sure those get back to us.
Yes, please. Yes.
Mm-hmm. I'll definitely do that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Isabella, go ahead and log off, okay?
Bye.
I will see you tomorrow. Bye.
Tell Miss Wellington if you can take your mask off when you record. Can you take your mask off while you record?
Just make sure you're away from other students when you do that.
You're away. Okay.
Okay.
My mom might get one of those, that one boy or one of those 4 girls.
Okay.
She's gonna get one for me.
All right, Isabella, go ahead and finish your work, okay? You don't have a lot of time. Okay.